Welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to discuss about metallic and non-metallic character and trends of metallic character and non-metallic character in modern periodic table. This topic is under CBSE Standard 10 syllabus. In my previous videos, we have discussed about trends of valencies and trends in atomic size. So here we are going to discuss about metallic character and non-metallic character. First of all, let us understand quickly that what is the metallic character and what is the non-metallic character. We have studied thoroughly metals and non-metals in the separate chapter. Metals are sonorous, they are malleable, they are ductile, they are hard solids. They are good conductor of electricity and heat. Whereas the non-metals on the other side, they are non-sonorous, they are non-malleable, non-ductile and non-conductor of heat and electricity. And one main important point is metals are donors of electrons, whereas non-metals are acceptor of electrons. The tendency towards the electron is more for non-metal, whereas metals do not have more tendency towards electron. They want to lose electron, whereas non-metals, they want to accept the electron. So let us discuss that based on periodic table. Here hydrogen is there and here helium is there. From second period, this is lithium, beryllium, boron and so on. So here if you will see, one electron is being added up in the same shell. So here whatever the metals are there, in that one electrons are there. So they will lose this one electron. Earlier we have discussed this in ionic compound and in covalent compound. That in ionic compound how they are losing and how they are transferring the electron, and in covalent compound we have discussed that how they are sharing the electrons. So here towards left hand side all metals are there and towards right hand side all non-metals are there. And in between all these are metalloids and transition metals. So here it is only one electron in the valence shell, so they will lose this electron. Similarly for the second group, there are two electrons in outermost shell, so they will lose this electron. And this trend will continue till third group. After third group, the little bit non-metallic character will interfere in this element, because as we are going from left to right, the metallic character will decrease and non-metallic character will increase. So from here, from carbon and silicon, it is very difficult to decide that whether they will donate the electron or they will accept the electrons, because they have 4 electrons in their valence shell. So they neither can donate nor can accept. So they will go for covalency. They will make covalent bonds and they will become stable. As we are going further towards the right, all this non-metal will start. So from here, oxygen, sulfur, they all have more tendency towards oxygen. They will accept 2 electron and they will become stable. Here fluorine, it is more electronegative, more non-metallic compared to oxygen. So it will accept 1 electron and being stable. As they are going towards the completion of L shell, the non-metallic character will increase in them. So attraction towards electron in fluorine is more compared to oxygen. In oxygen it is more compared to nitrogen. So as we are going from left to right, electron acceptance criteria will increase. They will have more and more tendency to accept the electrons, because as they are coming near to completion to the orbit, they will accept 1 or 2 electron and they will become stable. So they have tendency to accept the electron. So as we are going from left to right, the metallic character will decrease and non-metallic character will increase. Here all the elements will donate this electron and they will become stable because they are metals. Whereas in between metals, in between metalloids and transition metal, they neither can donate nor accept. So they will form covalent bonds. Whereas towards extreme right, all non-metals will accept the electron and they will complete their outermost shell and they will become stable. So in this, as we are going from left to right, the tendency of accepting electrons will increase. Now let us talk about group. As we are going from top to bottom, what will happen? The atomic size will increase, the radius will increase. So they will more and more tend to lose the electron. So as we are going from top to bottom, they will lose electrons. And it is easy for them to lose electron. Now one more important reason here is, as we are going from left to right, the nuclear charge will increase. So it is not easy to take out one electron as we are going from left to right. So they will not lose electrons easily. So as we are going from left to right, tendency to lose electron will decrease. Now as we are going from top to bottom, the tendency to lose electron will increase because atomic size will increase, nuclear charge will also decrease, so it is easy to lose electron. But here we have earlier also discussed in atomic size that nuclear charge will increase and it will pull all the electrons towards nucleus. So it is very difficult to take out one electron from fluorine. So tendency to lose electron towards left to right will decrease, whereas across the period it will increase.